Okay, today I have, not sure how legendary this one is, but it's still a definitely played by a legendary player. Got a steel guitar. Let's see. I don't even know how should I put this on. I don't think the neck cradle is going to actually make any difference for this thing. We'll take a look. Let's put down some microfibers. Let's get this. This is another steel guitar. I don't know if this call this a lap steel or pedal steel. I don't really know the difference. I'm sorry to say. It's like other things about Hawaii. I don't like fish or beer or reggae. I can barely swim. Definitely can barely surf. And I don't know nothing about steel guitars or ukuleles or any of that stuff. So this pot froze up on them, I think at a show, and sprayed it out, and now it just doesn't work at all. So we're gonna find out what's going on with this thing. Let's see, is this gonna be small enough? Yeah, okay. I need my. Okay, that's right. We got to order them rocket socket things, right? This will work, but let me see. Just let me look real quick. Let's see. Now, I keep not buying these, and that's a big mess up from me. Yeah, I've ordered stuff from Love My Switches before. These guys are awesome. So what does this have? 7mm, 8mm, 10mm, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at. So I had these recommended to me, and I still haven't bought them yet. But yeah, rocket sockets by Peppers pedals allow you for tightening of various nuts for jacks, potentiometers, and switches on guitar effects pedals without scratching the enclosure and damaging the graphics or paint, as the metal tools will do. I don't know. It looks good for guitars too. So let me buy these real quick. Hopefully this isn't gonna get nailed by the tariff or something. Let me sign in. I haven't bought anything from these guys for a while, I don't think, but I always had really good luck with them. And you know what else I haven't bought, and I keep talking about it, is that Hakko soldering iron and some of that new kind of solder people are liking. Keep buying stuff I don't need, and I keep not buying these soldering irons. I really need to buy them. Oh, shit, Mike. Not that my soldering iron that I got right here isn't going to work, but I keep hearing so much better things about these other things, and probably time for me to just go and do it. I'm ordering these rocket sockets because I'm sick of this problem right here. So let's see if that actually went. Thank you. Okay, good. Man, I keep looking for socket sets and things for these things, and this would be a really handy one to have. But I like these. These work great. This is from Music Nomad, and let me take a look at the other pot this guy bought, because this is a different type of pot. This one has a smooth shaft. This one has a knurled shaft. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but it could be. So we'll find out. Let me get the electronics cavity open here. There's missing screws right here. That's kind of scaring me. But I'm pretty sure this bridge ain't going to lift up. I might toothpick and glue this thing. If I knew what screws those were, I would probably put new ones in just to be on the safe side. The bummer with this kind of thing is that I won't be able to test it without screwing it all back together. And again, I still need that electric screwdriver. If you guys have recommendations, I'm really keen to hear them. I just gotta actually just order the things this time, not stop messing around. Okay, let's see if these screws are all the same. So far, so good. Where's my phone? Oh, there's my phone. Okay. Sure. Having a little trouble getting this out of here. Oh, because I forgot a screw. There we go. Epic fail. That's the whole thing, man. Look at this cap. Holy crap, man. That is Type AM molded paper capacitor. Wow. I gotta get a picture of this. And look, cloth insulation wire, man. There's some old stuff here. As Gandalf would say, this is a demon from the ancient world. Amazing. Okay. Let me just pull up something real quick. One second. Sorry. Get this figured out. I'll put this picture up. Why is that not going? Timeout. Away. You know what? I'll post this later. Okay. That is that's pretty crazy. Okay. There's trouble with this charger lately. Okay. Well, that's nice because then I don't have to worry about messing up the guitar because this thing is all on its own. So this is wiring. Better get that too. So middle goes to the output. Furthest clockwise is going to the pickup and the tone knob. The 250K audio taper pot. And the replacement is a little bit bigger, may not fit. We're going to find out. This might be a close shave. This is a 250K pot, okay. The CTS pot. All right. I guess right away I should figure out if this thing is gonna fit. Man, if it does, it's gonna be very, very close. Okay. I'm just gonna pull it. We'll fight that battle when we get to it. This thing is way heavier than it looks. Probably want my solder sucker for this. That's the other thing. I kind of want to get a positive solder sucker. Oh, and the other thing that I keep not getting is the needle nose. Really use more needle noses. Got this one. We'll see what we can do with this. And do I have sponge going? So I guess we could test this pot right away, right? Alligator clips. Don't need the alligator clips. All right, maybe I can use them. Okay, let's see. Okay. So let me turn it all the way one way. $200K. 69 ohms. $200K. $200K. Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry. All right, sorry, band politics. Okay, so this don't look good. We getting a buzz and not much else. So what's going on here? This jack doesn't feel great, but it's a pain having this the way the string works. Let me just for peace of mind, let me plug a guitar in here. Okay, so the signal path is fine. It's just this guitar. Something's wrong here. Yeah, one thing that could be bad is that maybe this pot's not grounded. So it looks like there are no wires from the negative or the ground to the plane. So if this isn't connected, or if this isn't connected, maybe I should just put a wire from here to here and call that good. But let's take a look and see if we're getting continuity here. Okay. No, there's definitely continuity. So that's not the problem. Now, when he sprayed it out, did something happen to something happen here? Like, I could pull the tone pot out of the circuit. Let me get some other probes. Let me make some other measurements. The worst case scenario is this pickup's dead, right? This pickup's probably some weird size that won't fit anything else. Or maybe it's a Telecaster pickup. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's make sure that we're getting from here to here. Whoa. Yeah, this wire might be dead. Okay, hold on. Maybe these probes are bad. It should definitely be beeping. Hold on. Something's going funny here. Sorry. Probes. And it's always Murphy's Law, right? I had it plugged in wrong. Sorry. Okay. Let's see how these are. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We pull off the tone pot. I'd rather not, because that's a. You saw earlier, like I was almost getting a cold solder, or I was getting a cold solder joint. Let me pull off the tone knob though, because I'm gonna work through this diagnosis here. The other thing was the way the jack went in here, I wasn't too thrilled about, but I don't think that's the problem. Let me see. No, that's definitely connected. All right, so with the tone knob out, I'm getting nothing with this eyeballs. Okay. So this knob is just a a buzz volume knob. Okay, what could be going wrong here? There's a chance this pot's not grounded, maybe. Because the pickup's grounded to it. So maybe we got to bring some more grounds out. Seems grounded just fine. Oh boy. Okay. So this thing was working. Then the pot froze up. Then he sprayed out the pot. But then everything stopped working. There's a chance the pickup shorted out from the cleaning. This pot. I think this pot is still good. I mean, it feels horrible. It's real crunchy and gross. But maybe he wiped his pickup out. Very strange. There's a tiny, tiny chance that this won't work with the DI because the way the DI grounds. But I'm thinking it's this pickup. Now, he gave me some extra pickups. I could throw another pickup up here and just try it real quick. These things just aren't acting the way I'd expect. What is this buzz coming from? Oh. Okay. I'm not understanding this handling noise. There's some ancient damage to these pots. This definitely seems like it's grounded, but I mean, aside from the pickup being dead, that's all I can really think. I have some pickups in the car, I think. I have some pickups in here somewhere. Try another pickup, but I don't think it's going to fit this, but just check some readings here. So from the pickup to the ground. So that's making good contact. All I can think is this pickup. So the pickup. if I jump these, that does not sound good. Anybody got any suggestions? I have a feeling it's this pickup, man. That's sad. This is one of those old kind of pickups where it's wired in. Touches right here that I could really screw this up. I see the winding. I want to hit it with some solder, but I'm scared that could make things worse. I'm just going to give it a little dab. Yeah, what I don't want to happen is the wax melting off, because you never know what wax is holding on some of these older guitars. How about that? Okay, so what I think is happening. Oh, yeah, I really want to get a better camera for this, but let me see if I can show you. These, I can't get the focus too good, but it's where the pickup goes in and it touches the windings, and this was so corroded. There's a good chance it just wasn't making contact. But now we're hearing strings and everything. So let me put this ground tone knob back in. But you know, this gives me no confidence on this pickup that could even happen. That's kind of terrifying. So let's put this back in. Okay, who's binding? There we go. Yeah, I would love a big space at the workbench, man. All right, well, that was working. Now it's not. All right. Oh, we gotta plug the guitar in, dummy. All right. Not thrilled with the buzzing, but it's a single coil, so. Now, I wonder if this pot's bad. I mean, not the pot, but the cap. How much buzz are you supposed to get from a single coil? I mean, this kind of sounds like it. But with the tone knob off, no buzz at all. Okay. Take another look here. I think that buzz is the naturally occurring single coil buzz, but I'm not 1,000% sure because I'm too cool to play a single coils. Come on. Actually, I have that red guitar, the pickup switch to single coil, but I think it's actually a stacked humbucker, like stacked single coil for a humbucker. This thing's old. Is there a buzz just coming from the soldering iron? Okay, hold on, let's just see. Oh, okay, never mind. Buzz is fine. All right, so I'm gonna bolt this thing up. Let me see why it's hanging up. Where are you hanging up? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna plug it in one more time, make sure it's still going. I don't trust that pickup not to disconnect itself again. Okay, so that's good. Let's just start screwing this back together. He can restring it himself. I'm not an expert in that. Man, I'd like to get this is a different size screw. I'd like to get those in here though, unless there's a really compelling reason not to have them. Hopefully I got a little time to mix something, but I do have to get, I have kind of a lot of stuff today. We got jazz night tonight. We'll go through in a second. Yeah, if you guys got a recommendation for electronic screwdriver, electric screwdriver, whatever, let me know. I'll just order it. Like, forget messing around. I keep having money that I didn't know about, and there's no reason for me not to order some stuff that I really need. Of course, I really do want that new Helix, and I just saw a thing from Steve Serlacci that there might be a delay on the Helix because some of the show control stuff, or I forget what they call it, might not be on there on the first firmware version. I'm kind of still tripping out that we don't know anything about the DSP in there. Like, by now we should have had some answers. And I noticed that when I ask the people who actually have tried it and should know, that they ignore my question. So that's not that that's super uncommon for this kind of thing. But yeah, I do not want to strip these screws. I think maybe we should go back through here later on when we know this is all good, and maybe gets another pot for this guy and another cap, and we'll go through and you know, I know it sounds crude, but wood glue and some toothpicks would do an amazing job on here. And again, I can't play slide guitar, so don't expect too much from me, and you might not be let down. Yep. Good. Some crazy stuff. Let's see. What can we put? Put those. How about crazy phaser? Well, I got to use that in the lay more. That is cool. La, 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 la. Sound like that Black Sabbath dehumanizer. Okay, well, this works. That's what we needed to know. I can get rid of my soldering iron. Let's put the back on. Now, hopefully this fits this pot. Yeah, see, it's a slightly taller shaft. Don't know. Hopefully I'll be happy with it, but if you don't like it, we can change to a shorter shaft. Might be able to just cut it off or grind it down or something, but I'm gonna put this in the put this back in the case. I have a feeling this shaft, this pot will still work. It was measuring okay. I don't think this is the original one. This has a different type of construction than the tone pot has, I think. But this is working, so let me throw this back together. To do this morning. I actually started my morning wrong, so I'm gonna see if I can't fix that. Yeah, space is at an extreme premium for me here. So, but let's see. Okay, so let me put this back in. This is all working. But every time you think it's the simplest fix or simplest problem, Murphy's Law can always step in and laugh in your face. Set this up for mixing. Let me have a look at what there is to mix. So I got some live band karaoke stuff for sure to do. Hula Night I haven't mixed. Jeff says no, I think I did. LBK, live band karaoke. Pat Benatar stuff I did. So all I really got is the Hula Night thing and the live band karaoke. Let me look at the Hula Night. This could be a little bit more simple. Just in case I don't get a chance to do everything that I wanted. and there's going to be a video file. So this is on our bigger stage. We were able to get the hula dancers onto it, which is cool. Move the hardware out. So we'll put one more track in here. This is going to be a little tricky. I'm used to lining stuff up with a snare drum, and there's not going to be a snare drum. Find the video. Let me see if I had. Sometimes I'll write to myself what song to mix. Don't see having a I don't know that I have a one written here. Well, this was a short night, man. Let's see video window. DJ was hot. Well, I give him a big Oh yeah, I think we should do this one. Now, did I do one before? Let me see what I did on this before. Okay, so I did. This was from, these were from the last hula night. Here, oh, I already did Island Style. Shoot. Okay, I did Island Style and I did something else. Let me see what that something else is. I'm gonna mute this because I have a feeling I will get Pelosi'd if I don't do this. Hold on. Man, I kind of want to do Highland Style anyway, but I guess I shouldn't. Let me see. Okay, we'll do one more then. Oh man, lighting's not good. I think that's the other one I already have, right? Okay, yeah, so that's not the one I want. I wish we had it panned a little bit. Okay. There we go. I know it's a little bit whitewashed out, but we'll make this work. Okay. I'm trying to look from the context where exactly this one is. I think.
All right. Okay. Taking to the island of Kauai on this one.
That's it. That's it. Okay. Now I've got to find a good way to... There's something here. What is that? Is that the sticks? What do you call those sticks? Oh, is that their teacher, I think, is doing the stick click. That's going to be really hard to catch, unless it's the guitar doing that. Man, this is kind of confused right here. Sorry. Okay. That will work. Now, the more pedantic and smarter of you out there are probably saying, hey, that camera's really far away from the stage, so should you be lining up the visuals right there with that, or should you put it further out? Good question. We'll see if there's a good or bad answer. All right, now why is the bass so quiet? That's a little suspect. So I'm just gonna normalize this right off the bat. So let's do a regular thing. We don't have percussion, so we're just gonna put the RMS track in and search for template, RMS meter. We're gonna take this from all the tracks. Should we? Should I put probably put a high pass filter on some stuff? So maybe it was the wrong way to go. Crowds, and make a folder. Vocals, and make a folder. And for the guitar and ukulele, I think, let me figure out which one's which. Now, sometimes this guy's playing lead ukulele, which is absolutely awesome. I don't know if he does it in this song, but definitely getting a high pass on here because I don't want to even take into account for levels anything really low at all. I mean, if we look at, to me, ukulele is pretty much pitched percussion. Let's look at it on the spectrum analyzer. There's a little down here, but it's mostly what we get rid of, right? Okay. Okay, in this case, I may not need to high pass the crowds as much as I normally do because there's not just going to be a bunch of mud out here. But I'm going to take like the really low lows out for sure. Okay, so now let me redo this. I'm going to change this so that it's oh, sorry. Receives. I'm going to change this so that I'm taking it from a different spot. Okay, I don't need the video track. Don't need the vocals or the crowds. I'm going to put folders in instead. Crowds folder and vocals folder. So now I'm going to be getting the level by listening to the through the high pass filter. Okay, so I'm not going to be using track 4. So let's go. Okay, so really low. Turn this up by 14 dB. Yeah, it's more where I want to be. That sounds weird. We'll deal with that in a little bit.
On the lay by the bay, Wailua River Valley, where I used to
Why is he so quiet on this one?
stand in the Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. There's a place that I recall, not to be. In fact, it's kind of small. People there on the lay by the bay, Wailua River Valley, where I used to play. And in the Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home.
Man, he's quieter in his own mic than the singer next to him is.
I lay on to Kauai, on the lay by the bay, Wailua River Valley, bring me back home.
I may not use this vocal. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
There's a place that I recall, not too big, in fact it's kind of small. People there say they got it all.
This guy doesn't usually sing.
All right. Okay. Taking to the island of Kauai on this one.
So I'll just have him talking at the beginning.
All right. Okay. Taking to the island of Kauai on this one.
I don't think he
Something about
sings.
Kauai. All right. Mahalo.
Okay. So really, I got one vocal. I may have two. We'll see. But I'll deal with that later. So crowd tracks. Very quiet. Boy. All right, well, I'll deal with that. All right, so pan these. Thinking about buying the newest Ozone. What do you guys think? I mean, I'd rather not spend money. I think it's $200 to upgrade to the newest one for me. I don't know. Okay, so let's just let's get these guys figured out. Yeah, Slayer. Always Slayer. That's not really what we're going to use, but... Good. Might need this on the ukulele and guitar track too, so I'm just going to throw them in for now. So I probably could have just used the Helix instead of that high pass filter, but that's okay. So one of these, I think this is the actual guitar, and I think this one's ukulele. So I'm going to put that in there so I don't get confused. There we go. Put both of these in a room. Another instance of Helix.
I used to play the canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. Hele on to Kauai, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. Canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. Calling me back home. There's a place that I recall, not too big, in fact it's kinda small. People there say they got it all, but tonight for me I lay on to Hawaii, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. I lay on to Kauai, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. Canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. Oh, not too big, in fact it's kinda small. People there say they got it all, but tonight for me I lay on to Hawaii, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. I lay on to Kauai, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. Canyons of Imea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. Calling me back home. recall. Not too big, in fact it's kinda small. People there say they got it all, but tonight
Bring back our beautiful hula dancers. Okay, taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Song called Hele on to Kauai. Bring back our beautiful. Okay, taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Song called Hele on to. Okay, taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Song called Hele on to Kauai. Bring back our beautiful hula dancers.
Never know which one is Reaper's or which one is ours. Let's see what happens if I change this. Oh, no, okay, that's right.
To Kauai. Bring back our beautiful hula dancers. Okay, taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Okay, taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Song called Hele on to Kauai. Bring back our beautiful hula dancers.
Hele on to Kauai, Hanalei by the bay. The Waialua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. There's a place that I recall.
Mahalo. All right, mahalo. All right, mahalo. All right, mahalo. All right, mahalo.
All right, I think that's all I really got to do for this one. Let me listen to it one time through. Oh, actually, let me get the volume beginning.
All right. Okay. Taking you to the island of Kauai on this one.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay. Taking you to the island of Kauai on this one. Song called Hele on to Kauai. Bring back our beautiful hula dancers.
Hele on to Kauai, Hanalei by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. There's a place that I recall, not too big, in fact it's kinda small. People there say they got it all, but tonight for me, I lay on to Hawaii, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. Hele on to Hawaii, and I lay by the bay. The Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. Canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home.
All right. Mahalo.
Okay. I think that's good. I'm going to render this, do all the boring stuff, and get ready to do blues night tonight. No, jazz. Yeah, tonight will be jazz with Jabari Prevost. If you guys want to come to the jazz night, feel free. All right. Probably Bobo will be there, so there you go. See